Good morning, everybody, and a happy Friday morning to you. We have a lot to cover today because Harry and Meghan are wading back into politics. Really quickly, for those of you who are commenting on my voice, the weather here has changed and I have caught a cold, but I am okay. So let's just jump in and cover what we have, shall we? Let's go. My goodness, Harry and Meghan are wading back into politics. Now, remember, for the last presidential election, the two of them sat on this bench in a garden somewhere and they gave a video address. Harry told people that they should reject hate speech. Meghan said it was the most important presidential election of their time. Even though they didn't say it, it was very obvious that they were backing Joe Biden. And as such, they violated the terms of their Megxit deal. Now, Harry also lied and said, I was never allowed to vote when I was in the UK. The truth is he could have voted. He just had to do it privately. When people reached out to Buckingham Palace back then, they said that, you know what, he's not a working member of the royal family, so any comments he makes, he made in a personal capacity. Then, of course, Meghan went to see Glow, her friend Glow Flo, and they did cold calls to people to try to sway their vote. So a lot of people are weighing in on this. Piers Morgan said last time that Harry was poking his nose into the U.S. election. And while a private citizen is okay to comment on the election, Harry is not a private citizen. He's still a UK, citizen. He's still the king's son. He keeps trying to make sure everybody knows that he needs security because he's the king's son. So therefore, he's trying to have his foot in both camps. He's royal when it suits him and private when it's not. Please keep in mind that Meghan, who insists that everybody uses her title Duchess of Sussex, is lobbying members of Congress for mandatory paid parental leave. She wrote to Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi. She wrote to Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. She's cold calling senators, trying to get them to support the measure. She was very critical of the overturning of Roe versus Wade. If you're going to walk around making sure that everybody uses your title, then you should keep your nose out of the politics. Now, back in April, they waded in again, joining a campaign to warn American voters against misinformation in this presidential election. I mean, they can't stay out of it. That's the problem. So, and let's also be honest, Trump has basically said that if he gets elected, he's going to release Harry's immigration documentation. He's going to have it reviewed and possibly released. So anyway, if you go on the Archwell site, suddenly there's all these pictures of people. They're writing letters. And I noticed that James Holt is in the pictures. And the first thing that I'm thinking of is, where did they get the addresses to be able to write to these people? Because what they're doing is writing personalized letters to support and empower unregistered voters, saying on their website that voting is not a right, it's a fundamental way to influence the fate of our communities. Where did they get the information from to be able to write to these people? That's my first question. And I'm saying that because I don't believe that unregistered voters are on some, publicly available list somewhere. So anyway, this is part of the statement that they put up that you're looking at above. Now, as you can see from the following documents, which are from 2022 and also from 2023, Archwell is listed as a 501c3 charity. I'm making sure I say that correctly. That's why I'm saying it so slowly. And as such, as a 501c3 charity, the IRS has very specific rules about what you can and cannot do when it comes to elections. Now, we have to be really careful with the wording, but this is what it says. Under the IRS code, all Section 501c3 organizations are absolutely prohibited from directly or indirectly participating in, intervening in any political campaign on behalf of or in opposition to any candidate for elective public office, and contributions to political campaign funds or the public statement of position made on behalf of the organization in favor of or in opposition to any candidate is in violation. And if you violate this, you may lose your tax-exempt status. But however, some activities may not be prohibited, like for instance, voter education activities, activities intended to encourage people to participate in the electoral process, voter registration, get out and vote drives. Those are not prohibited. But with that said, I think Archwell is trying to get around that. Let me explain. In their statement at the bottom, it says right here, for those who wish to take immediate action, you can visit vote.gov and together let's make a difference. But above that, they want you to go to a website called Vote Forward, okay? And at this website, you can volunteer and write letters to potential voters. So when you click the link, you leave that website and then you end up on the website for Vote Forward. Thank you for supporting us. And there's a whole, bit of information about what they are. And then of course, towards the bottom, when you scroll down, donations, please give us your money for Vote Forward. And this is what it's for. And quite frankly, it looks innocent enough as a website. And when you look at the main, before you click on it, it says this is a 501c4 nonprofit organization to help boost voter turnout. You see at the top, though, it says Act Blue. Act Blue is going for Team Harris. So therefore, it is not just a harmless website. The IRS was very clear. You have to be nonpartisan, and Vote Forward is in cahoots with Act Blue, and Act Blue is for the Democrats. This is absolutely a violation of their tax status. I don't understand why the IRS has not taken action. I'm also wondering why Harry and Meghan would put Archwell's tax-exempt status at risk by behaving this way, unless they seriously believe that they have absolutely nothing to worry about. That's something to think about. All right, you guys, you know what to do, and I really want to see your comments on this one, so make them good. Don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button and the bell for all notifications. Then go down into the description box where you'll find the link to video number 2. Follow me over. Let's go.